Hello, hello, hello everyone. Let's see if we can get this party started. All right, I think I found it. Quick. Oop. Hello, Miss Sherry and Miss Nancy. So glad to see you join. Trying to get this straight, so bear with me. Hello, Miss Sue. Hey, Carlene, glad you could join. I'm gonna share some amazing plaid from this Plaid Tidings suite. Love this designer paper. Actually, I love everything about this entire suite. It's awesome, and it covers quite a few of our holidays. So this is actually one of them sets that is perfect because if you don't make a lot of Halloween, but it does cover it, and if you don't make a lot of fall, it does cover it, but you still have your Christmas, your Valentine. So it covers everything, so it's awesome. So this is the set we're featuring. It's the Plaid suite, the Plaid Tidings suite. This plaid designer paper, amazing. Then we have the stamp set in these amazing dies. These label dies are definitely a must-have, and you will see those in action tonight. And of course, this beautiful embroidered ribbon that goes with the suite. And this whole suite, all of it, is only $65.25. So it's actually one of our better deals, I guess you could say. And of course, save 10% by bundling the stamp set in the dies. So it's the Celebration Tidings and the Celebration Labels dies. The dies are really awesome, like I said, and so is the stamp set. So those are featured in our new holiday catalog. This did go live on Tuesday, so this is now available. Oh, thank you for joining, Maria. And Maria, glad you could join us. So this catalog, hey Betty, so glad you're here. Catalog is live. If you have not received your catalog in the mail yet, please let me know. Sherry, I have you on my list. As soon as my order of catalogs comes in, I will get one to you. And anyone else who has not gotten your catalog, please let me know and we'll make sure we get one to you, because you gotta have one, because they're awesome. All right, so Prize Patrol, before we go any further, let's get Prize Patrol done. We do have two winners from our last live for the beautiful foils paper. Hey Lisa, hey Kalia, hey June, so glad you could join. All right, Robin Gage and Mary Gomez. I haven't seen either of them. Oh, there's Robin, I do see you here. Congratulations, ladies. You are winners for our designer paper, and I will get those out this week, so keep your eye on the mail. And our new Prize Patrol for this week, again, all I ask is that you comment and share the video, and you are entered to win. And we have the Happy Birthday to You stamp set, which was a celebration from our last celebration season. Hey Bonnie. And Thoughtful Blooms. So again, as long as you are here in the US, share the video and leave a comment, you are entered to win. And speaking of share, I am going to do that very quickly before we go any further. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see. Share, copy, and we gotta go over here. Oh my goodness, groups. I swear Facebook tries to make things more difficult every week. They make it harder to share. And post. and back. Bear with me, almost done. Okay, there we are. I think we're good now. Okay. Hey Barb, glad you could join. Miss Nancy. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate you sharing very much. Okay, so before we get started on our projects, I do have to tell you how excited I am. I did receive my order Thursday. Yes, it was Thursday because my internet was acting up because I wanted to do an actual live unboxing, but of course, Frontier, not my friend. But anyway, you'll never guess what arrived. Dun, 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 dun. It is the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Love, 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 love this machine. I am so happy with this design that Stampin' Up came up with. I mean, this is amazing, and it's beautiful too. It really is. It's the hard ABS plastic on the outside in white. It has a nice soft grip handle, and it's got the nice silver accents. It's got a brushed silver handle. That's the only piece you actually have to put together as you put your handle on. And then of course the handle has the nice cushion. Look at the front. You have the nice metal Stampin' Up logo. And on the back you also have that nice metal Stampin' Up logo. And then love this. See how it's all nice and compact. It folds down and locks in place. And then on the inside, you again, on both sides, have that metal Stampin' Up logo. Best part, it works like a dream. I told you I was having some problems with my Big Shot. It wasn't embossing really good on one side. It wasn't always cutting on one side. I've had no issues with this. Everything's cutting and embossing perfectly. So, love, love, love this new machine. And it comes in the box all together, except for you just have to put your handle on. And it comes with, I put everything back in the package so that I could show you, even though I have been actually using this. But this is how this comes in the top of the box. You open it up and you get all that you need to operate your machine. So you get a little quick start instruction booklet, which you really do not need at all, but it will tell you how to put your handle on. Then you get your parts. So the first thing here is the main platform. You use this always. This is number 1, and they're all numbered. So it's number 1. And then it tells you here what you need for what you're doing. So if you're die cutting, it tells you need the number 1, which is this, a number 2, which is also in your box. Hey John, thanks for joining. And it tells you need 2 of the number 3s, which are your clear cutting plates. So as I said, you can see that I've been using mine, but if you're die cutting, so you're going to have the 1 and the 2, a 3 with your paper and your die face down, and then another number 3 on top, and run it through. Okay. If you're embossing a standard embossing folder, again, you're going to have number 1, a number 3, your embossing folder with your paper, and another number 3, and you're going to run it through. If you're using the 3D embossing folders, you're going to again have your number 1, the embossing folder with paper, and then you're going to use the number 4 plate. And it tells you right here. So you always have a visual of what you need. Hey Carol, hey Rachel, thanks for joining. all of your necessary plates come with your machine, so you don't have to worry about having anything extra. There will be some coming later in the year, some accessories like a magnetic platform, which is actually just going to be something like this, that is going to be fully magnetized, that you're going to be able to lay right on here. It'll take the place of your number 2 for die cutting, but those aren't available yet. But like I said, everything you need to get started is in the box. It is $120. You could actually join my team and get it for $90 because, and get maybe a package of rhinestones, and you pay $99 for it, because of course when you join Stampin' Up, a starter kit is $125 worth of product that you pay $99 for. Shipping is free, so you just pay $99 plus tax, and you could have a brand new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I'm telling you, awesome. All right, so we are going to be doing some die cutting today. We will be doing some embossing today with our projects. Okay, let's see. Today's projects, I told you, are featuring this amazing suite. We have the Celebration Tidings stamp set, the Coordinating Celebration Labels dies, and of course we have the beautiful embroidered ribbon, which love this, so pretty. I don't know if you can see that, almost like a keyhole pattern embroidered through that beautiful ribbon. And then the star of the show, the plaid paper. I'm telling you, this paper is gorgeous. I'm going to pull out the different pieces so that you can see, because I'm telling you, I am in love. So here's one plaid. It's awesome. Just love it. But I love plaid anyway, so it just makes me happy. Very happy. Oop, that's the same one. I meant that one. And as you can see, there are tons and tons of patterns here. I'll get this better organized here in just a minute. And that one. Okay, so let's move all this out of the way. So you have these beautiful all I can think of is a warm, cozy flannel shirt during winter. And then when we flip them, you have more gorgeous patterns. Hi, Susan. Thank you all for joining. I'm Katrina from Katrina's Creative Heart. If you have not heard of me, I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And we are going to make some fun cards this evening. So I'm so grateful that you joined us. Okay, so the cards we're going to make today, we're going to make one. I totally cased this right out of the catalog because I completely loved it. Hey, Deb. This is the Always Grateful card, and I did case that directly from the catalog, and you can find that where the suite is featured right here. Only I use Stampin' Blends, they the watercolor pencils, but I love my blends, so I decided to do that for a little brighter pop of color. Then we're going to do this fun shaped card. And of course we have some Wink Stella on those little spiders. I'm not a big fan of spiders. However, when they sparkle, they're pretty cute. So we'll deal with them. And then we're gonna do this fun fold Christmas card. So when you open this up, you have your area to write your little message. Okay, so lots of fun for tonight. Okay, so we're gonna start with our fall card. This one here, like I said, I did case that directly from the catalog. And we have a piece of cinnamon ciders cardstock. This is 8.5 by 5.5, squared and folded at 4. I then have a piece of Mango Melody that is cut 3 inches by 4.5. I have a piece of the Designer Series paper cut the same size, a scrap of our crumb cake, a scrap of Whisper White that measures a 1/2 inch wide and just as long as you need it. And I have a piece of crumb cake. This is about 3/4 of an inch by about 4 inches long. And then we have some more scraps for some extra pumpkins that I actually did ahead. Okay, so really we're gonna just start with our base. And I have some glue here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put our Mango Melody down. And we're just gonna put this on a little cattywampus, like so. Okay. I have my stamp and seal. And we're gonna put this on basically straight. So we're just gonna get that on there semi-centered. Guess I needed to make a little bit more crooked. There we go. Okay. So let's just peek it out. Okay, so we have that. So now we can set that aside. So now I have my piece of crumb cake, my scrap, and I'm gonna bring in my dies. So we're using those label dies. I'm gonna pull those out, and I'm gonna use the second to the smallest. And we're gonna run this through. I'm gonna bring in our cutting machine. Hopefully you can see that. So I have 1, 2, and 3 paper with the die down, and then the second number 3. And we're just gonna run that through. And there we have our die cut piece. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring in my image, which has the pumpkins and such. I'm gonna bring in our Memento Black ink. And we're just gonna ink that stamp up. I'm still in the camera there so you can see me. And we're just going to go towards the top here. Like so. There's the cover. Cover that back up. Then we're going to bring in our blends. I used the light cinnamon cider to do the stems of our pumpkin. I used the dark pumpkin pie to color the actual pumpkins. We're just going to fill them in. We're not doing any special blending. We're just coloring them in. That's the dark pumpkin pie, and we're also going to color in some of the leaves here just to add some extra interest. So just throwing in that pumpkin pie. Again, no fancy coloring techniques here. We're just getting some color in. Kately, how you doing? Haven't seen you in forever. So again, just putting some of this pumpkin pie in those leaves, like so. Okay. Then we're gonna bring in our pretty peacock, the dark, and we're gonna fill in a few of these leaves with that color. Most of these we're not going to see when we pop up our extra pumpkins. Okay, so those are done. Hey Mary, you are a winner in our prize patrol. You won one of the foiled papers, so congratulations. Okay, so we have them, and then I just used some of the scrap paper and I stamped 2 more of these to fussy cut out and colored and fussy cut out some more pumpkins, which I will not make you watch me do again. So I did do that ahead. So we can just go ahead and add our pumpkins. We're going to use some mini dimensionals to do that. Just like that. Okay. Then I brought in this piece. Now, in the catalog, the one that I cased did not have this, but I thought it added a little extra bit of interest. So I'm just gonna kind of mark where that's gonna end right there with my pencil. And I have the next image, which looks like it's peeking out from under. It kind of creates a little ledge. And that little pencil mark just gives me a little bit of an idea where I'm gonna land here. There we go. Like so. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring in the pumpkin pie and do a few leaves. Like I said, this set is definitely a bang for its buck because it will take you through the different seasons. So we have fall, we have Halloween, we have Christmas, we have Valentine's. Hi Alice, hi Sherry. Hey Herman. And we're just gonna add a little of the pretty peacock there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a little of my adhesive to this piece, and that's just gonna sit there on top of that little, let's try to get it straight. There we go. And we have our scrap piece of white, and I'm going to bring in Pretty Peacock. And we want the sentiment, always grateful. I'm going to stamp that down here like so. Our snips in, and we're just gonna snip it just like that. All right, again, little adhesive. This time I think I'm gonna be a little bit unstraight. I want it to be a little bit cattywampus. I think that'll give it a little more. Yeah, I like that, like so. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add some dimensionals. We need some ribbon. Bring back our card base. And I'm just gonna loop it. About where I want it. Go ahead and trim that off. And again, a little bit of adhesive there to help hold that for just a minute. Let me get a little more. Go ahead and peel off ladies are quiet tonight, or I'm not seeing your comments. We're just gonna lay that there like so. And that finishes card number 1. Love this plaid paper. And I love those little pumpkins. And yes, I did fussy cut. Of course, truth be known, I almost called Robin. Just saying, not a fan. I did it, but I wasn't happy about it. But I loved the card, so. Okay, something tells me I'm not seeing comments, and I don't know why. Yep, I am totally missing comments. I can see who's joining, but I'm not seeing the comments. Interesting. Let's try watching over here. Let's see if this makes a difference. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to see if I can't potentially see comments because I'm totally missing them all. Let's see if I can find them. There they are. Yay! Yeah, I was seeing everybody popping on, but I wasn't seeing the comments. But now I see the comments. Hey, Lisa. Yeah. Oh. I had them turned on, but I was actually in. There's something going on with my business page. Now, late last week, Thursday, Friday, I couldn't post to my business page. I could see posts that were already posted, but it wouldn't let me post new content. Now, as of yesterday, because I updated the app on my iPad, it allows me now to post content, but the video wasn't allowing me to see the comments. So I went over to the Facebook app specifically, and now there you are! Yay! So happy to see you all. I didn't like not seeing you pop on. But now I don't think I'm seeing people who are popping in and out, but that's okay. I'd rather see what you're saying. I know, Facebook does some really weird things, Carol. I don't even begin to understand it at all. But next card up is our Halloween Happy Haunting with the cute little sparkly spiders. I think they're so cute. Now, in real life, I do not like spiders, so I'm going to come clean. I am not a spider person. I mean, I'm not afraid to the point where I will run screaming from a room. If I have a shoe and I can smush it, we're good. But I do not like them. However, sparkly, Halloween-y ones, they're good. They're cute. I guess it's all in context, right? Okay, so for this card, we are going to start with a basic black card base, which measures 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of the Plaid Designer Series paper. This measures 3 3/4 inches square. I have a 1 inch by about 4 1/4 inches, 4 inches long scrap piece of Whisper White for our sentiment, and then I have a scrap piece for our spiders that we're going to die cut. Yay, Betty, thank you. But I think a bunch of them just fell off because now we're down to 16. I love the black and white plaid too, Carlene. Definitely fell into one of the favorites category. Okay, so for this card, I am going to take the largest die of these label dies. This one, you could easily die cut a shape and then you would fold it at these little corners try to make cute treat bag toppers. But we are going to use it for our purposes today to make a different shape for our card base. So I am going to make sure that this edge is over and not inside the paper, but over the paper, so it does not cut that fold edge. I am going to use some sticky notes here to hold this die in place so we get a semi even cut. And I do want that little point on there because you're going to see why. So that little point is going to be, let's make sure, I think I need to come down just a little bit to make sure we're even Stevens. There, I think we're good. So we want to make sure we're staying still and not jumping around. So that's where our sticky notes come in handy. All right, so we're going to run this through. So again, I have the 1, 2, and 3, followed by my paper and die, and another number 3. And now we're going to crank it through. It is a little bit tough because it is a folded card, so you're cutting through 2 layers of cardstock. Go through one more time just to make sure we cut through all those layers. There we go. So we're going to cut those off like so. Peel away. Okay, that's open. There we go. And as you can see, I now have a little hole because of that point, and that's where my twine will go through. Hey, Lori. So glad you could join. We are talking about the amazing Plaid Tidings suite. All right, so here's our card base. We now have cut that fun shape. I have my designer paper that is going to fit in there like so. But first things first, we need to bring in our spider web scrolling design. We need our Versamark, and I have white embossing powder. So we've got our Versamark ink pad. Well, before we do that, I know we don't carry these anymore, but again, you can make your own embossing buddy with some cornstarch and a cheesecloth bag. But you want to get those greasy finger oils, any static, because we don't want our embossing powder sticking to anything but our design. Much better, thank you. Okay, so we have our spider web scroll, and we're gonna go towards the top here. Just kind of look for where that design kind of divots, and there we go. Press it down, like so. Okay. that. Need it again. Need our embossing powder here. While we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and get my heat tool heated up. Looks like I do need to find my little paintbrush, because I still, even though I used the embossing buddy, we still have a little bit of stray. There we go. Just gonna go ahead and heat that. Hey Paulette, thanks for joining. To get this in the light so I can actually see it melt. I can't really see. Okay, I think we're good. And I just have a little towel here to wipe away the powder. There we go. All right, so now I can go ahead and put my plaid paper down. Here's a little trick for you. For the stamp and seal, if you can't get it started, if it gets so that it's backed up, you use your sheet here, and if you pull, it will get your adhesive rolling again. You just got to be a little bit slower about it than I was right there, because it does actually work. All right, so now we're just gonna put this down. I am using the twine that you'll find with the pet suite in the annual catalog. And I'm just gonna run this through the little hole that we created when we cut this shape out. Well, it does help if you cut it at a point. Maybe. There we go. Well, have a safe trip there, Miss Betty. Well, thanks for joining us, Sally. Yeah, there was something going on there, Nancy. I wasn't sure what was happening. I don't know if it was Italian or some. There was a lot of Arabic stuff happening on there too. Okay, so we got our little bow, so we're just gonna trim our tie there. So like so. Now I'm gonna bring back our scrap white, and we need pumpkin pie. And we're gonna stamp Happy Haunting. In the center of that. Aw, well, you have a wonderful trip and enjoy yourself. Also in the new holiday catalog, there is another bundle that does include this fun punch, and it does have this one that does a bannered edge. So it does a half, 3/4, and 1 inch. This is 1 inch. So we're gonna slide that in there and banner that. And banner that. So then we need some dimensionals. You're using it a lot, Carol? Yeah, it is a fun one. I'm liking it myself. I like the other end too. So then we're just gonna bring that in there, like so. Then we need our scrap, and we need our little bitty spiders, and our black ink. Gonna stamp 3 little spiders. Then we need to bring in our Wink of Stella. And we're gonna give him just a little bit of sparkle. All 3 of them. Because like I said, real spiders, not so much fun, but these little guys, they need to sparkle. Hey Linda, thanks for joining us. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Katrina. I'm from Katrina's Creative Heart, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and we are having some crafty fun here tonight. Okay. So now we're going to bring back our dies, and one of the fun things that Stampin' Up! Does for us with some of these smaller dies, they know that we're going to stamp multiples of. They give us multiple dies. So we have 2 dies. We're going to cut them out. Cut out 3 of them, but we can do 2 at a time, which I think is fabulous, because who wants to stand around die cutting all day when you want to be correcting, right? So we can cut him out. And now we got this little guy. We're going to get him cut out. All right. Hang on. We're going to cut this one out. There's one cute little spider. And there's 2 cute little spiders. And we just need one more. There's number 3. Okay, so now we're going to bring back those mini dimensionals. We're going to put one of these little cuties up here by his spider web. Yes, Miss Lori, if you go to the beginning of the video when we're done, I give a full tour of the new machine. I am absolutely, totally in love with it. Best decision ever. Just saying. Don't get me wrong. My Big Shot served its purpose, but it was nearing the end of its life. It was not cutting well. It wasn't embossing well anymore. I mean, I'm not telling anyone to buy a new machine if you have one that is working perfectly well. Do not spend your money on something that you already have. But if yours is nearing its lifespan and you're looking for something new, absolutely, totally recommend it. I am in love. Okay, so there's our second little Spidey. And spider number 3, we're going to put him going off the edge there, so his has to go down here by his little tentacles there. Oh, I want to add a little bit of, let's do a little liquid glue. That probably just put a little tiny dab will do ya. Like so. So we want his little, he's going to kind of be falling off the edge there. There we go. Just like that. All right. Then we're going to bring in, I'm using the holiday rhinestones. Many of you have these because I sent them to you when you placed your order. I believe it was last month. This month, oh, I didn't show you those yet. Ooh, this month's are really pretty. But we are using the Mango Melody colored ones here because they kind of go with that pumpkin pie look. So take one of the large ones and put it up there. We'll take a medium one and put that right here. And then a little one we'll put right on there like so. Now that completes our fun shaped happy haunting card. Just a different way to use your dies to get a little more life out of them so you can make a fun shape. Just saying. And like I said, loving the plaids. The plaids were like right up my alley. I'm a plaid girl anyway. That's why I like the buffalo check stamp. I love buffalo check. I like plaids. I like them all. Exactly, Robin. That's why this set, because if you're, and I'm not a big Halloween card maker, but at least I have something now in my repertoire that I could make a Halloween card if I want to. But again, it covers everything else. You're covering Always Grateful. You can use that anytime. But Happy Haunting, so that you have your Halloween taken care of. Merry Christmas. We all make lots of Christmas cards. This could be just a plain fall accent. You have the little hearts for Valentine's or wedding anniversary. I mean, we use hearts for all kinds of things. So again, this set I think is great for that. All right, our final card. This is a little bit of a fun fold. Is our Christmas card. And let's see here. We've got all kinds of things going on here. We've got shaded spruce. This measures 5.5 by 4 1/4. Then we have, yes, Nancy, I admit it, I used it, crumb cake. That's 5 1/4 by 4. I have cherry cobbler. This is 5 by 3 3/4. I have some of that beautiful plaid paper. This is the back side of the black plaid, black and white. And that measures 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Yes, lots of fall, Betty, and this one will work. And then, like I said, we have a shaded spruce 2 by 5, and it is scored at 1/4 inch to make a little fold there. Then I have some scrap whisper white and another piece of shaded spruce scrap that we'll die cut from. So I'm going to set this all aside, and we're going to start with our layering pieces. We're just going to go ahead and layer all of these pieces together. But first, I'm going to bring in this piece and the crumb cake piece. These are going to go just like so. So I like to get that centered on that fold like that. Then flip it over, open that up, and bring in my liquid glue and put just a little bit of glue, if I can get it started here. Just don't need a lot, just a little. And fold that down. Hi Darlene, thanks for joining us. Okay, so that's down. So now we can go ahead and layer this down onto the shaded spruce piece. We're going to go ahead and center that. Then we need our cherry cobbler. Hi, Judy. And our designer paper. Like so. Okay, so now we have our scrap whisper white, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the second to the smallest, and I'm going to die cut 2 of these shapes. One. And 2. We're going to go ahead. We don't need this section. We can use our regular adhesive here. And we're just going to set this right in the center ish, like so. Okay, now I have a piece of the shaded spruce, and I did back a little bit of the adhesive sheet. And again, we have these sprigs, which Stampin' Up! nicely gave us 2 because they're small and they know we're going to probably cut multiples. I'm going to run those through Stamp and Cut and Emboss. Beautifully cuts through that adhesive sheet. I didn't have to run it through 18 times. So I know my big shot was dying a slow, painful death. Yes, Betty, I love these colors together too. Who knew crumb cake would make such a great holiday color, right? It's just a great neutral and it really pops the cherry cobbler and the shaded spruce, I think. All right, so these are for the inside. We're gonna add a little bit of pizzazz in there, like so. And I'm just using my pokey tool here to help. Got my take your pick tool here too. Either will work. Like I said, this whole set is just amazing. Go. And then that one can go right there, like so. So that takes care of that. Now, we're gonna work on our front, and I forgot to do something here, but it's not a big deal. We wanna make sure we banner this end, and I'm using the triple banner punch for this one because this is 2 inches wide, and you can go up to 2 inches in this one. Okay, so not a big issue, but it's easier if you do it before you put it on here, but no problem. We're gonna banner that like so. Okay, now we're gonna bring in our little sprig stamp, and we need our shaded spruce ink pad. And I kept this pretty simple, no coloring, just using the shaded spruce to stand on its own here. Like so. Then we have Merry Christmas, and we're going to bring in our cherry cobbler. And we're just going to go towards the bottom here, like so. Looks like I need to re-ink my cherry cobbler. Okay, so now this is going to fit on here so that we cover up the one underneath. So, actually, let's use liquid glue. So we want to make sure our liquid glue stays in this area. just like that. Hold that down. Okay, and then to finish this off, again, I have those holiday rhinestones, and we're using the cherry cobbler colored. I'll take a large one, a medium, and a small, like so. And there we have it. Christmas, Halloween, and fall. Oh, thank you guys. I really appreciate the hearts very much. I did want to show you too, for those who placed an order this month of $35 or more before shipping and tax, you are going to receive these adhesive backed snowflakes, and oh, look how pretty those are. They're like an opalescent. Let me see, let me open this up so you can see. They're gorgeous. I don't know if you can see them in there or not, but very opulent. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sherry. Well, thank you, ladies. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I inspired you to consider the Plaid Tidings suite. Like I said, it's one of the least expensive suites in our catalog, and it's all just beautiful, every bit of it. Oh wow, Robin. Yes, the snowflakes they're really pretty. They really are. Thank you, June. Oh, you're welcome, Sue. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. All right, ladies, that's all I have for tonight. I hope you have a wonderful week. If you have any questions about any of the cards tonight, please feel free to let me know. I will answer any questions that you have. If you have any questions about the new Stamp and Emboss and Cut and Emboss machine, and that's what I forgot to do too. I was going to emboss that, but we didn't. Oh well. I'm not seeing them come across on my end, so I'm not sure what's going on, ladies, with your hearts. But I did see some earlier. But anyway, have a great week. I hope you guys have a wonderful start to your week tomorrow and a great week throughout. And I will see you back here next weekend with something else fun and crafty. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Bye for now.